Hi, I'm Frédérick Raynal. I am a game maker, a toy maker, maker of games. And I made games like Alone in the Dark, Little Big Adventure, for the well-known of them, yeah. Oh, my first memory of computers is so long time ago. It was in 80, no, sorry, it was in 79, 79 or 80. Yes, 80. I was in a kind of holiday camp and I got a computer which was an M414. It was just a board like this with an hexadecimal keyboard with, I think it was a 6502 processor. And just the display was just some 8 red 7 segments display, and I just fall in love with this. But my first first computer was a ZX81, and I really started to understand that it was a machine for making games at this time. So it was, yes, in 81. Actually, the first time, or not the first time I realized, but the first time I wanted game was before computers. Because when I was a kid, let's say 10 years old, I didn't really know what to say with my friends and what people can do. And so I made games with some cardboard, with some dices, and just because I saw that I have friends when I made games for them. So I started to make games really before computer. And when I discovered computers with my own one in ZX81, I say, oh, but it's a machine to make games, to manage the rules. So yeah, I completely fell in it at this time. My first moment where I was very proud, oh, this is a difficult question actually, because actually I think it's quite not a long time ago, because when we did games in the 80s and the 90s, we didn't have the feedback of the players because no internet, so we just published the game, it was successful, we have money, journalists were fine, oh yeah, you got 18/20, oh yes, that's fine, but I was not really proud for this because I just wanted that the player have fun. And later, and with all that kind of Pixel even retro game show, now I have the feedback. So since retro game people are interested in retro gaming, now I have all the feedback. So I don't know exactly for what time I was very proud, but being proud of the game I did was very later than when I did the game. The thing I wanted to tell when I made games, that, not a story, I want that people have fun. That's really my goal, people have fun. So there were more adventure because it gives a plot, it gives some reason, because I like to give reasons for things. Just play something, you need a goal, you need to be invested, immersed in something. And yes, thank you for your question, because even for Alone in the Dark, a lot of people say, yes, Alone in the Dark was not a good platformer, or you don't have enough bullet, but because it's not a platform game, it's not a shooting game, it was an adventure game, and you need to find tricks. And I prefer that people try to think and find the solution to achieve some goals than just being very strong or whatever. So adventure game is a good support to a platform to let people think and find solutions. Yes, I had some failures in my games. Obviously, I'm thinking about several of them. One which is quite funny was in Alone in the Dark. At the end of Alone in the Dark, me and the team didn't realize, and it took time to realize what we did. And for me, after 2 years working on the same game, the game was just crap, and only saw the bugs and the failure in it. For instance, I wanted to, when you throw objects, you have a nice curve for them, but I didn't have time and an issue, because at the end you need to be able to have a long range. So I just had a direct linear pass for the object you throw, and I felt so ashamed about this. Okay, people will have fun of me because of this, forgetting all the other parts of them. And but I think my main failure, even if the game got some very good aspects. It's the last game I did because this game went wrong for a lot of aspects. So yep, I'm not very satisfied of this game because we didn't at the time, we were wrong for the size of the project, and this game counts a lot for me, and I'm sorry for the players. There are a few bugs in it, and I'm very sorry for this. If I had to say myself something about the road of what I did is, wow, thank you to players. Yeah, and it gets me very emotive about it because, yeah, you know, I did game alone at the beginning, just sending them to people, and then alone, then a lot of, and we didn't have all the feedbacks, and I am more and more happy and somewhere proud. It took me years to be proud of all this, and now all yeah, people say, oh yeah, I love this, and I was very scared for this and everything. This is so satisfying now, and now I want to thank really all the players in the world who liked my game. I did them for you. What is my favorite games? This is something very difficult too, because all of them, and I didn't make a lot of them anyway, but which one I'm the most proud of? Oh, it's difficult. It's like asking what child of you prefer. There are good and bad in all the game, but I don't know, maybe it depends. If I am thinking about the success and what it does in the story of game, it could be Alone in the Dark, but what it did in my life was Little Big Adventure, brings so many things in my life. Let's say Little Big Adventure. No, I'm sure that no dev really played their game, because when you are making it, you don't play, you test them to find bug, and it's very difficult afterwards, and after many years to try. When I try to play the Alone in the Dark, I say, oh, it's unplayable, it's awful, oh, what crap is this game? And no, I don't play. It's difficult, and I know everything, and I don't see what the player sees, because you know, it's like making movies. You are cheating people all the time, making them have feelings and everything, but you know all the tricks and you know how it's made. So nothing works in my game for me. I was never scared playing in the dark, Alone in the Dark. So it's yeah, it's difficult. My feeling when I come to that kind of show, and especially this one and retro gaming stuff, this is really more, people here loves game maybe more than when you go to a big show like E3 or everything, which is very commercial and about selling, about advertisement, marketing, everything. Here it's more like, I was speaking about this a few minutes ago from the Institut de France, telling them that it's like going to a library, looking at old books, and okay, now you have games like The Witcher, like all those games but from where do they come? And they come from those crappy game with small sprites and two colors and beeps and sounds. So yes, I really have the feeling of being part of this world, because at the beginning it was something you do very, making games, and especially back in the 80s and 90s, was something more personal, more intimate. I wanted to make something for player, but I would not exist. I didn't want to exist for this. Just play my games. And life is short, and coming to this kind of event is, I think it helps you to keep young, to keep motivated, to keep, and this is the reward of a life of working for, giving fun to player. So yes, come here. My feeling is thank you again for all the player, because this is my real reward of all I did. Yes, obviously making game today is very different somewhere. Yeah, because the world changed a lot since we were some kind of special people in their black bedroom or garage making games. Now it's an industry, there are a lot of things. But what's something which is very good, because 10 years ago I was thinking that okay, I don't want to make games anymore because it's just a huge team with publisher games and whatever. But since let's say 10 years, I know exactly the time, with the independent scenes and all those small games between quotes, because there are no small game. It's a game, it works, or it's not a game. Small production maybe, and yeah, it's nice to discover that people keep this passion and are not just here to, yeah, obviously they hope to sell their game, but they are still making it with the same heart we had, like Paul Cuisset, like Eric Chahi. We were the same, and it's so many patients. So it was not working. It was just, even if it was a 24 hours job, it was, yes, keeping this passion, and yeah, the passion is very important. Oh, my biggest feeling making games or in computers. Oh, that's also a tough question. You should have asked it sooner to think about this. But oh yeah, I don't know, the people I met because of them, or I don't know. It's or maybe in a more personal and selfish way, the satisfaction of just have been able to finish them sometimes, and yeah, many things. It's hard to just extract one from now.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're very welcome.